one and all for the 763rd session of KTM Toastmasters and the hybrid session number 63. 63. Welcome, one and all.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll start with the mission of the Toastmasters Club. I will request all of you to please recite, followed by me. We provide a positive and supportive learning experience. Members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in
Greatest and
and personal growth. Fantastic. That is great. As is the practice being followed in this part of the globe, we refrain from talking on three topics. One is sex, the second is religion, and the third is politics. Let's follow the same rule today also, so that we continue the momentum and we continue the tradition. Okay, now if there is any guest here, no, better. All right. So it's time for me to introduce the leader. Oh, before that, I would request all of you, including me, to switch off the mobile or put it on silent mode so that we will not distract any speeches or evaluation or table topics. It will be a smooth and uninterrupted session for all of us. And now, to introduce the president is my duty now. President is going to give you a welcome address. And today also, as in the practice, we do not have our original president in the club, but we have acting president. Do we have? No, we don't have. So we have acting president. Talking about this leader, I should say he is extraordinarily committed gentleman. He is not only committed to develop himself, he is also committed to develop each and every member of this team. That is the beauty of this gentleman. And he is all set to conclude our tenure in a very fair, very smooth and good fashion that we get maximum points what is laid down as per TMI guidelines. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome the acting president Toastmaster Varghese Chiran.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Janachandran Nambia, for kickstarting the meeting in a very, very energetic way. What a start it is, right?
Yes.
He not only started the meeting in a positive way, he also boosted my energy by giving the words. It's a really motivational talk of TTM Janachandran Nambia. It's really helped me. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters who are here and online. A warm good evening to one and all. Today we have the 763rd session. Last week we had an excellent debate session. I believe that is the hangover still in the debate, so the members are less. So wake up for the next session and this session. If I request to hold a glass of water like this in your hand, how much time, what will be the weight? Or how much time you can hold?
200 grams or 300 grams weight?
Yes, okay.
Glass
So,
weight.
pardon me?
Glass weight plus water weight.
Glass plus water weight.
With your hand pinch.
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer, it was surprised me, not your answer, the answer given. It is relative to both the weight of the water and the duration, how much time we hold. So, if the glass of water is full and we can hold, yes, we can hold for 1 minute easily. After 1 minute, the weight is not important. The time we are holding the hand became a stress for us. We are holding like this after some time, whether it is empty glass also, we cannot hold for long time. So it is not the weight, it is the duration we hold our hands with the weight. The stress or the problem we carry, without our knowledge, we carry the problem with us and we increase the weight and increase the stress among us. And I believe I do that. I carry the stress and I carry and continue. Most of us, yeah. So, as a counter, the belief is like for a elephant. Elephant stands next to the tree on a small rope. Elephant thinks that he cannot break the rope, so it stands there or with a stick. So after long period, we are holding. I am thinking that this is already the weight of my hand. This is already my hand. Even though I can release my hand, I can release the glass of water and go away, but I will not do it. But my mind is not conditioned. By coming to Toastmasters, getting the quotes, getting the inspirational messages from fellow members, I believe I am able to improve myself, as our acting Sergeant Arms mentioned it. To move forward, today's session is going to be led by our Vice President membership. He is working with Almuj Muscat Properties as a financial analyst, financial segment. He is handling it. He is very active in our clubs, XCOMs, membership, everything is very active. And he is blessed with one son, one daughter. Currently, last week, he came as in the same position. He is not freely mobile to walk. He came, he participated in the debate, and today he is taken as the Toastmaster of the day. Even though I requested, one of the members also requested, attend online. He said, no, I will come offline. I'm ready to take steps, and he is here today to conduct the session. Let us put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster of the day, Gaurav.
Thank you, Professor Varghese, for the wonderful story and the warm introduction that you had for me. It is my pleasure to be the Toastmaster of the day for this session. And I must also at the outset, I must also thank Professor Varghese in ensuring that we have the members in place to make sure that the sessions are conducted every week after week. I think he deserves a big round of applause. The theme of the session today is quote unquote. I will start with two quotes on perseverance and resilience. The first quote is from Winston Churchill. He said that success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Another quote is from Nelson Mandela. He said that the greatest glory lies not in falling, but rising every time we fall. Quotes, the Toastmaster quotes can summarize any given topic and add a lot of punch to whatever is being said. Last week, we had a debate session, and I was as one of the team members. When the debate was being discussed between the three team members I was the closing speaker. We had opening speaker Toastmaster Rajesh, and the first thing that was discussed that how do we start opening remarks, and we all wanted a quote. Then we searched and found a quote. The topic that we had was sports stars are bad role models for young people. We did not actually really we were to speak for the topic, but we were not, in the real true sense of the word, we were not for the topic. We wanted to be against the topic, but we wanted to start with a quote. Then we found a quote which said that sports persons are not the right models. The parents, the family members, or the extended family are the right role models for young people. And when I saw that quote as a concluding speaker, all my concluding remarks were primarily based on that thought. That thought had given me a spark, and I could relate to it. I could speak even when I wanted to be against speak against the topic. But that's not how quotes go and how much the impact they can create on you. Even otherwise, when we are writing a speech, we want a quote at the start or we want a powerful ending. And at that time we want a quote. And there are hardly any speeches without quotes today. Quotes can grasp you, they can hold you so hard. So we'll start with what is the definition of quotes first. So quotes are powerful tools to convey messages, to provoke thought, and they often serve as sources of inspiration, motivation, and self-reflection. They possess the ability to shape narratives, challenge perceptions, and spark conversations with anybody. So, two people, a group of people, we are addressing someone, they can go a long way. Now, I want to start with why I stumbled upon this particular theme for this day. Earlier, long back in my life, I was reading a document. I stumbled upon a thought from Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, he's known for his philosophy of non-violence and ethics and values. In that particular article, he had written about 7 social sins that were obstacles in the progress of society. So when I looked at that sins that he had written, I was amazed that what deep thought Mahatma Gandhi had. Just here. We'll just share the 7 sins that he had written. So 7 sins that he had mentioned. The first one was wealth without work. What he wanted to say here is that acquiring wealth without doing any productive work leads to moral decay in the society. The second sin that he wrote was pleasure without conscience. It meant that enjoying pleasure without regard to any ethical or moral values is also harmful to society. The third sin is knowledge without character. Knowledge without character would lead to arrogance and selfishness. The fourth sin, commerce without morality. Here he wanted to say that the business practices should also be moral. Morality has to be there. The value system has to be there. And then science without humanity. Science should also be ethical. It should not go against humanity. Then the religion without sacrifice and politics without principle. If we have politics without principle, it will lead to corruption and abuse of power. So when I read this for the first time, at a young age, I was surprised that I could relate to them and I could see that they cover the whole societal sins that could be there. And then more in the same topic, or when I as you go along, I noted that there are a few more quotes from Mahatma Gandhi which are really very relevant for today. He had a quote on personal responsibility and creating positive change. And the quote is, be the change you wish to see in the world. Again, so deep, so relevant, and so we can relate to any time. Then he had a quote on determination and perseverance. It said, strength does not come from physical capacity. Strength comes from indomitable will. And again, he has one quote on one's values and beliefs, particularly on happiness, where he says that Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you feel are in harmony. What I wanted to say is that, the quotes can really get you. So they catch you, and then as I said before, they can shape narrative, they can challenge perception, and they can spark conversation with it with any time. As we go for the session, we have in this particular session we have the humor session. I will also introduce few more a poll. I will conduct a poll, and we have a humor session, and also we will have certain discussion more on the field. To get along with me on this particular theme, I have a team with me today, and one of the important team members we have is the timer. Time is the most valuable thing that a man can spend. This is an anonymous quote, and today's timer, we have Toastmaster Satish Silvaraju. He joined the club last year, and he is the commercial head in Dilfar Engineering and Contracting. I asked him about his favorite food. He said, if you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. And the way he wrote that remark back to me, I believe that he practices as he goes along in life. Now, welcome. He's very confident and creative, and I look forward for his humor always. Let's welcome Toastmaster Satish for his.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, dear guest. As the timer, I will time the table topic speaker, formal speeches, and evaluation. I will also alert each speaker of the time they left using the green, yellow, red signals. Denotes specific times remaining. Table topic speakers should limit their speech not more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise green signal, and 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise yellow signal, and 2 minutes, I will raise red signal. And today's session we have ice-breaking session speaker, and the time allowed for ice-breaking speech is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise green signal, and 5 minutes, I will raise yellow signal, and at 6 minutes, I will raise red signal. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise green signal, and 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise yellow signal, and 3 minutes, I will raise red signal. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for explaining your role so well. Thanks again. Our next role player for the day is Word Master and Grammarian. He is Toastmaster Hari Krishnan. He is in Oman for the last 14 years, and he is in the same fraternity as me. He is also a chartered accountant. He works for the OHA group of companies. I asked him his favorite quote. He wrote back, "Success is more often achieved by those who don't know failure is inevitable." Let's welcome our humble, caring, and charismatic Toastmaster Hari Krishnan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for the nice introduction. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Toastmasters is all about communication, as we know. When we communicate in whichever language, it needs to be correct grammatically. We have seen many speakers who have an amazing style of delivery when they speak, but when they use certain words or phrases incorrectly, the effectiveness of the speech goes off. As grammarian wrote, today I shall pay close attention and listen carefully to the language used by the speakers. I shall take note of good usage and incorrect grammar usage. I have the role of word master as well for tonight. Endearment is the word of the day, which means affection, fondness, warmth, tenderness, etc. It's a noun. A few examples are we call baby. This is commonly a common way to address a romantic partner, male or female. Sweetheart, a very affectionate term for a loved one or partner. Sugar, another term of endearment that plays on the theme of sweetness. Let me urge all the speakers to use the word endearment in their speeches. I shall come back with my report once gently evaluate the concept on towards the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hari Krishnan, for wonderful explanation of your role. The next role player we have is our R counter for today. Our R counter for this evening is Toastmaster Rajesh. Toastmaster Rajesh is working with IITC. This is again an OHA group company. He is there as IT service delivery head. I asked him his favorite quote. His favorite quote is from Sood, where the quote is, if you do not do what you cannot do, it is no problem. But if you do not do something which you can, that is a tragedy. With that quote from Sadhu Guru, let me welcome a creative, dynamic, and daring Toastmaster Rajesh to play the role as part of.
Good evening, most of the day, fellow viewers and distinguished guests. I have been selected for our counters for today's session. And my duty is to keep a record of all asks, arms, long pauses, and other inappropriate verbs, habits by speakers. And I will be providing my report when general evaluator calls me. I wish all the speakers to have a endearment speech and over to Mr. Evening.
It is said that without valuation, there can be no progress. Our general evaluator for this evening is our end is dear to DTM Pradeep. DTM Pradeep is our immediate past president. He's genuine, innovative, and he's a person you can always rely upon on any talks or any discussion. And he will always get the wisest remarks from him. He is a passionate cricketer, and his favorite quote goes from is from Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Mahendra Dhoni said, "I have always believed that process is much more important than the result." Yes, indeed, process is much more important than the result. Let me welcome our endearing, genuine, charismatic, innovative Master DTM Pradeep.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters. Thanks, Toastmaster of the day, for adding those adjectives to make my introduction during and dear many ones. Okay, so as explained the Toastmaster of the day, my role is as a general evaluator. So as a general evaluator, to look after the roles, everything, I have a team who already have seen that was introduced by the general evaluator. And I will be taking note of all things that happens during this segment. And towards the end also, the team, I will be conducting the evaluation segment where my team members will be presenting the report, individual reports on which they have been assigned as a responsibility. Let's have a wonderful session. Over to the sponsor. Thank you.
This was all about the introduction of role players. And also, I just wanted to Okay, we started the session, but I have not welcomed those members who are online. Let me welcome them all. Toastmaster Nayanan, Toastmaster Ramalingam, Toastmaster Chandramali, Toastmaster Suresh, Toastmaster Atamohan. Just a formal welcome. Thank you very much. But just to have a formal welcome.
Everyone go online.
Now, we are going to start with the next segment. Before we start the next segment, I have a short on a quote. I will ask a question and I'll like have the answer from anyone. The quote is: of all the great virtues that a human had or has, of all the great virtues that a human has, it is this particular one and blank one which the human has lost the most. I just want you to tell the virtue of all the great virtues that a human had or has. It is this one that the human has lost the most.
Kindness.
No, kindness is like we can still have just people who are kind.
Character.
The character also is nothing. We have people here who are with good character. Okay.
Respect. Righteousness.
The quote is: of all the great virtues that a human has, it is this one that the human has lost the most.
Forgiveness.
I have, in my view, what I read, it is patience. Of all the great virtues that a human had, it is the patience that the man has lost most.
Now you know what others think they have lost.
Another short poll on the same topic, virtues. That is the only virtue that you cannot fake.
You cannot fake kindness.
That is the only virtue that you cannot fake.
Truth. Emotions.
No,
Honesty.
Attitude.
no, actually not. Is not this word there. But, I'm looking for.
Integrity.
Sir?
Integrity.
Okay. No, it's not this one again.
We cannot fake, right?
Yeah, you cannot fake. You cannot fake this virtue. This virtue is courage. Courage.
You can fake. I'm always faking.
No, you have come here with experience, sir. You cannot fake it. You have practices and spend time. Courage is the only virtue that you cannot fake, and patience is the only virtue that the man has lost. With this, I will be starting our speech segment. Our speaker today is an entrepreneur. Okay, now as per the agenda, we have the humor segment. I have not missed it. So I had planned that before I start the humor segment, I will do another poll. So that poll is coming much before than I planned. This is a quote from our humor session is conducted by our Toastmaster Nayanan. We have another entity in this world beside Nayanan Thomas, and that entity is Nassim Nicholas Taleb, NNT, Nassim Nicholas Taleb. He writes about finance, and he is remarked in one of his books that there are 3 harmful addictions to people. There are 3 harmful addictions to people. I'll say 2 and I'll wait for the third one.
Okay.
The first one is heroin.
Heroin.
The second one is monthly salary.
Addiction.
Yeah, the addiction. The third one is what I'm looking for. No. It's very intuitive one. Okay, it's very intuitive one.
Giving advice.
Fame.
Just because I'm looking for the exact word.
Power. Power.
Lazy. Lazy.
Lazy. There are three most harmful addictions are heroin, monthly salary, and he says it's carbohydrates. Carbohydrates.
What is that?
Carbohydrates. One is heroin, one is the monthly salary, and third one is carbohydrate. We all want to reduce our weight, but we can't really control the carbohydrates. That's where I think we come from.
Carbohydrates.
Yeah, carbohydrates.
Interesting.
So the next role player is Toastmaster Nayanan. Toastmaster Nayanan is called the explosive Toastmaster. Since I've been in Toastmaster very long, he's called explosive Toastmaster. However, his greatest skill that I really like is discipline. No, I've been seeing him here week after week after week. Even he's offline, he's online, he's based in Bangalore. At odd hours, he always makes sure that he is there at the session. This is a wonderful quality, sir. Discipline and showing up. And all the more, he is very thought-provoking and he's a great listener. He can catch things, very minute things can catch, and then he comes back. That is again another of his beautiful quality. He has taken up the role of being the humor master for today. I welcome him on the podium again, online, to have the humor.
Am I audible?
Yes, we are.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster. It's one of the rare occasions where the meetings, the first main session starts with humor. Probably, I guess it's a tribute to the International Laughter Day, which was on 7th May. Okay, as I go around, in view of the access to social media and Google Uncle, I guess many of you may feel a deja vu, like deja vu, a deja vu, which is you'll feel that you heard this BS or the bulls before also. Anyway, I laughed. Here goes part of the humor. There were two lawyers who were partners, and they went for their lunch out. And suddenly one of them said, "Oh my God, I forgot to lock the cupboard with the cash." After thought, the second one said, "Don't worry, we both are here." Now it's about a grandpa, octogenarian grandpa was playing with his little grandson. On the course, the boy asked, "Grandpa, how old exactly are you?" He says, "I'm more than 80, but exactly I don't know." The boy thinks for a moment and says, "Now I know, Grandpa, I'll tell you how to know it. See, just look behind your underwear. In mine, it says 4 to 5 years. Now it's about a little boy is over, so let's go about a little girl and a grandma. In the neighborhood, below 10, below 8, children goes around and plays, running around. Afterwards, sunset, they come home. The little girl of 8, the grandma asks, "What were you playing?" "We are running around." Two teams, they'll come and catch. We climb the trees, we climb on the walls. And if all are caught, the team wins. No, girls, this is not good for girls to play around climbing trees and all. Why? Grandma was choking what to say. She said, see, these boys will look at the skies, they'll see your knickers, and later they'll start teasing you with the color and the frill and all that. So you should not do it. Oh, the girl was understood part of wisdom advice from grandma. Next day again, there was big noise. Children were playing. After sunset, came back. Grandma asked, "Oh, what were you playing?" Yeah, running around, climbing trees. But child, I told you not to do that. No, grandma, I cheated them. Today I didn't wear anything. Now is about the Singhis King tribe. Was you know about it? Back in my military days, when we refer to the code name for this tribe, we used to say Keshwan. Kesh is hair. So Keshwan means it is somebody from this tribe. Singhis King. The couple, young couple, were at home and busy. The power went off, there was no light for about 15-20 seconds. And when the light came, the wife was on the ground floor, scratching her mobile phone. And the husband came from the first floor, laughing and telling her, "Know what? When the power went, I was searching for my mobile phone all over. And then what happened? I was using the flashlight of the mobile phone in the dark to search my mobile phone. Wife continued searching her mobile phone and said, "You men, crazy jokers, you will do only that." After a few seconds, after thought, she asked her, "By the way, did you find the mobile phone?" Now, there was a middle-aged lady going to the child specialist with a baby. After all the preliminaries, went to the doctor. Doctor was an expert, very serious, speaks minimum. Problem? Child underweight. It's only less than 1 year. Doctor says to the lady, just move to the examination room. And he does all the rituals of examining. After that, he writes a list of medicines and tell, as I expected, the child needs breast milk and you don't have it. The lady says very confidently, "Yes, I know. I am his grandmother. Anyway, thank you. I enjoyed the rituals of examination." There was this man and a woman who are techies. On a good time, lady said, "I have a conference in Italy, I'm going." And they planned it. So the couple agreed. So the young man took her to the airport, said bye, and asked her, "When you come back, what will you bring?" She said, "What do you want?" "I want an Italian girl." He smiled and went. She went, spent a couple of weeks, After the conference returned, happy life, the man asked, "So, what is my gift?" So she gave all what she had brought. "But what about the Italian girl?" She said, "I don't know it is girl or boy, but you have to wait 9 months." Now, last is again Sing is King. It is, as I said, the Singh is known as Keshavan. The elderly couple from the village, they purchased a new television when the multi-channels started. The evening while watching, this guy went around the TV. Wife asked what? There is a CCTV somewhere. Because every time I change channel, they announce you are watching ZTV, you are watching NDTV. How did they know that what I'm watching? She laughed and said, "Sit down. They won't know it." After some time, they heard some funny voice upstairs in the house. So the lady said, "I hear some funny voices upstairs, some noise. Just go and see." So Mr. Keshavan went up. Sure enough, there were a couple of fellows, burglars, trying to break open the safe. He very politely asked, "Did any of you make any funny noise?" They said no. He comes back and says, No, nobody made any funny noise." After some time, the breaking the safe noise came. Big thud. The wife said, "Come, let's go and see." Both of them went up. So the burglars, they had a fight, mashed them up, tied them to a pillar, said that, "Let's go. We will report to the police, bring them." So they smashed them, tied them, and they took the vehicle, went to the police station. Narrated, FAR reported. So the police inspector asked, "Have you tied them properly?" "Yes." "Are you sure?" "Yes." "Then we'll come." "Are you sure you tied their hands also?" They said, "No." Then police said, "When we come, they will not be there." "You idiots. Anyway, we'll come for investigation later." So the couple came out, got into their vehicle, moved to the main road. Suddenly, wisdom came to them. They came back, went to the police and told, "No, sir, please come now. You can arrest them." "But you said you didn't." No. We didn't tie the hands. Only legs we are tied. But we are sure they will be there. Because they are also from our tribe only. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wonderful. And with this, maybe the humor is back to keep you Toastmasters. I missed to tell his quote, his favorite quote. His favorite quote is, "Classmates are better than classmates." And it goes like it. Sir, Toastmaster Nayanar, I don't promise you to be a classmate, but whenever you come to Muscat or we meet, I promise to go walking with you. He started his humor with the legal thing. I have one short humor on justice, on humor, on legal thing again. It says, in the court of justice, both parties know the truth. In the court of justice, both parties know the truth. It is actually the judge who is on trial. The judge who is on trial. So with that, we end our role play segment, and we start with our speech segment. We have one speech today, and the speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Ramalingam. Our Toastmaster Ramalingam is online today. He is the He's a new member. He joined us in 2022 and working with Gulfar. He is a movie buff, and his favorite quote is, "Never lie to someone who trusts you. Never trust someone who lied to you." Let's welcome a creative, energetic Thomas Ramalingam to introduce the speech criteria.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, for your wonderful introduction. Self-introduction plays a vital role to know each other, to know their identity, and to open up their minds and exchange their views and knowledge. Ice-breaking speech is the first step to start a relationship with anyone. Fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the Day, a very good evening to you all. Today's speech, my speaker, Toastmaster Mithilesh, he is going to deliver his speech from Pathways Leadership Development, Level 1, Project 1, Ice Breaking Speech. The speech title is Self-Introduction. I wish Toastmaster Mithilesh a very all the best, and I believe he is going to deliver a wonderful speech tonight. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramalingam, to share the speech criteria. Next, we have the speaker. It is said, from Walt Disney has said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Our speaker for today is an entrepreneur. He is the youngest in KMG Toastmasters, and he is one of the most experienced. He is an electrical engineer, he is an MBA, and he has experience for over 3 decades now. His favorite quote is, "Understand the challenges that lead to growth." I think with this quote that he said, I think he will look forward for a very long journey within the Toastmasters, and I welcome him to be on the stage to share his first speech.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. So today is the day for the quote, only quote, unquote. So I start with speech for the quote. Yeah? Life is full of challenge. Don't afraid to take the risk in your life. Take all negative pressure, challenges as an opportunity in life for growth. Hello, dear Toastmasters and Toastmaster today, online Toastmaster. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. This is the second time I am here to give the introduction speech for myself, self-introduction. First time I was disqualified. So I take it as a challenge. Okay? I don't take it as a negative way. I take it as a positive way. Correct. I really gave compliments to my mentor, TM Jackson, then GTM Fred Panikar, and other Toastmasters to motivate me to come and revise to correct my self-introduction speech, because last time I have crossed the time limit. That time I was in offline, so I have not seen the signal, and I used to speech by this one long time. So sorry for that. Again, I request our this evaluator to pass me this at least. So thank you. So now I would like to introduce myself, Mithilesh K. Srivastava. 56 years old businessman, entrepreneur, 56 years old. So, and I have started my business here in 2019.
So as I put my stress on entrepreneur because entrepreneur, this word always comes in my mind from the childhood. Why? Because from childhood I was a little bit not so much good in study. I thought that entrepreneur businessman, they can spend a good life and with a lot of money. So I become entrepreneur. I don't want to become a you can say in a boundary line I have to go to outside boundary I want to go. Actual definition of entrepreneurs always depends upon experience and age and qualification. The person who organize and manage business, usually with considerable initiative and risk, that is entrepreneur. Now I start by from the birth side. I born at Patna in 1967, Bihar. My education, my school education, I completed from KTM Session, Patna, and I've done my graduation from the Regional Engineering College, Bhopal, in the year 1990. And then part time I have done my MBA course from same Bhopal University, 1998. And I am the youngest one of my family with 3 elder sisters. My mom was a simple housewife, lady from remote village area. I learned simplicity from her. So during olden times, my mom always expressed simplicity, and during some with that, especially with my father, that endearment, the word is the endearment word. My father, that by saying AG, where are you? In the Hindi, AG, OG is there. That time, no baby, no sweethearts. That's not there. that I'm talking about in the year 1972-73. That time, that AG, OG was there. So then I after that after that everything, then I got married in 1993. I blessed with my 2 sons, and both sons have settled now. And one is in Germany, another is in India itself, younger one, and now they are in the job. So completing my schooling from Kendra Vidyalaya, and then I would like to share 3 important turning points in my life. Okay. That incidents one. What happened after retirement from my job? My father started a small business. That business already flopped due to some problems was there. I had lost my mother in the year 1990, and that my father also lost the business, and I lost the business also. Then that year I was you can say I met accident also, and that already business stopped, and then my career again come to the zero. Second instance happened when I was starting my career as an entrepreneur in the 1996. I started with again with the entrepreneur, started business in between with a small years of experience, with a lack of planning and all those financial, and I restarted, and again it was flopped. A third time, again I came during my career of the service and jobs. I came here in Muscat, and then again I restarted 2019 this business, and then during the Corona time, I have a financial management limited resources. I also learned in this during that time that how can you manage the business in the limited resources. So actually, here now I lessons from incidents one that always respect and love your parent every time. Otherwise, you'll always repent yourself for the whole life. The second instance, the proper planning is required. I got the lessons from the second instance in my life that the proper planning was not there, that my entrepreneurship has got now. Third one, that during the Corona time, I lost my, I was suffered from heart attack in the year 2021, December. So that I have to take care of the health also. So I have learned that health is wealth. If health is not there, wealth is not there. So positive thinking, strong willpower, and firm determination are valuable tools which can help us to fight with obstacles. With these words, I am concluding my speech here itself. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for the eye-opening speech by Master Mithilesh. With this, I think the timing we were only on the green, not green, but amber light today. So you're well within the time this time, and congrats again for their first speech here. With this, we are closing our speech segment, and we have the snacks break now. For snack master today is Toastmaster Satish.
Can take 10 minutes.
Suresh Galia Perumal.
Welcome back. So, how are the snacks? Yummy. And with this, all the offline members just finished with their third harmful addiction, carbohydrates. Welcome back again. Now we will start with our table topics. There's a quote from Naval Ravikant, a famous author. He says, the goal is not to be fearless.
எனக்கு ஒண்ணும் பிரச்சனை இல்ல எவனுக்கா கம்பெனிக்குள்ள வேற எவனுக்கா கொடுத்துட்டா அதான் பிரச்சனை.
யார் பேசுறது?
இப்படி இப்பதான் இந்த மூச்சு நல்லா கொஞ்சம் மாறிடுச்சு, கருப்பு கருப்பா வந்துருச்சு, அப்படி சுருங்கி உடம்போட அதுலதான் எனக்கு பெருசு பெருசா இருக்கு.
Galia Perumal, maybe.
Suresh, Suresh, your line is not muted. Suresh line is not muted.
அப்படியா?
So
Maybe someone, some of you have to call him. Maybe he has got a line problem also. He has got internet problem also.
now we come to a segment which is said that there are butterflies in stomach when the segment comes. But the goal, as Naval Ravikant said, the goal is not to be fearless. It is to be fearless. We should not avoid things altogether. We should start learning, face them. At least part of learn to face them out. To carry on with the table topics, we have a complete speaker, a very thoughtful, proactive, and optimistic. We have Toastmaster Asha Mohan, who is working for Indian School Wadi Kapil as an activity coordinator. Her favorite quote is, there is nothing you cannot do if you set your mind to it. There is nothing you cannot do if you set your mind to it. Welcome to the eloquent orator, Toastmaster Asha Mohan, to conduct the table topics.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. A very good evening, dear Toastmasters. Today, the theme being on quotes, I thought let me have some few famous quotes to speak upon. I would be sharing my screen where the quote will be visible, and then I will call for the Toastmaster who would be speaking on that quote. The time duration for this is 2 minutes. And you will, as explained by the timer, you will see the red, the amber, and the green as per the time specified by the timer. So let's begin with the first quote for today. For those who dare to dream, there is a whole world to win. I repeat, for those who dare to dream, there is a whole world to win. To speak up on this quote, I request DTM Sriraman to come on with the podium.
By a month of the video.
Ambani. The resemblance only resemblance them with time. Thank you, Tabletop Master. And thank you also for giving me this picture along with the code. Because someone who started as a mechanic in Yemen, Aden, Yemen, going on to become one of the biggest entrepreneurs in India, not even in India, in the globe, is a typical example of this. It's typifying the quote that for those who dare to dream, that the whole world will. I remember I was in Mumbai when Reliance was on its upswing, when they set up that petrochemicals polyester filament yarn in Patalganga. We were supposed to be one of the small competitors for them, as not in the filament yarn segment, but our chairman at that time believed that he could go on to become one of those who could compete with Ambani. His name is Suresh Keshwani. I think he is still active in this business. So we also set up a factory in Patalganga. And then we realized that this gentleman, Dhirubhai Ambani, had such a clear vision of what he wanted to do. What he did was, for discipline, as Nayan Thomas is associated with, he brought in a lot of ex-service personnel. For administration, he employed them. And for liaisoning, which was one of his strengths, he always did well with the ruling dispensation. For liaisoning, he always got people who had service in government departments. So his dealings with government departments became so easy. And his offices were so well administered that it was very difficult to find any loopholes in the system. And he encouraged people so much. At that time, when I was in Mumbai, that company, Reliance, was one of the highest dividend paying corporations. That's how we grew up. What it was. He stayed from Yemen and made India his globe for others to follow.
Thank you, DTM Sriraman. The next topic. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. I repeat, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. To speak on this, let me invite Toastmaster Jay Krishnan.
Tabletop Master, online attendance and offline, those who are present here. Good evening.
Good evening.
We always used to polish our shoes. Do we? Yes. When we polish our shoes, normally the shoes get dirt when we use it for a day, and then for the next day we polish it and then rinse it because it will be shining as what we expect. Normally, when we do or when we practice something, it will get polished only if we do it repeatedly without making mistakes. Any act we do, it is supposed to have some mistakes. For example, in my case, being a project engineer, we do a lot of projects. And every project, it is new learnings, every project. So what we do, what we missed out or what we learned in the previous project, we try to adapt and adopt in the next project. So the code says that what we repeatedly do means if we do or if we learn from the past and if we apply those mistakes or apply our learnings in the next project, I'm sure that it will get polished in a much better way. And then only we can reach the excellence at par. So this code really is applicable in our day-to-day life, not only in a day-to-day life. Even you take the keys of a child when he's born and when he's growing up, normally what as a parent, we always have that duty to mold it to a good gentleman or girl when she grows up. So there also, what we used to normally tell our children is, do good, take good, listen good, and watch good things so that you will be motivated. Good. So here also, what I say is, if we repeatedly tell them or repeatedly tell a child or our offsprings that do good things and learn from the mistakes, then only you can reach to that excellence. So right from the childhood until we reach gentleman, and I urge you that we all should learn from the past so that we'll get molded, we'll get polished, and then we'll reach at that excellence. Back to you, Gaurav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay Krishnan. Moving ahead. The future depends on what you do today. I repeat, the future depends on what you do today. To speak on this, let me invite Toastmaster Suresh.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, Toastmaster. And good evening, Toastmaster and fellow Toastmaster of the day. And am I audible?
You are. Yes.
Okay. The topic is the future depends on what you do today. Yes, exactly. Everybody have goals in their life. If you want to get your goals, so you have to do what today it leads to in the future. For example, if you set the goals after 10 years, you have to move on the goals towards 10 years. Now you have to start the preparation and continue till the end. We can say some example. When I started the career, my goal was I want to become a medical rep. But when I come to Oman, I doesn't know how to become a medical rep. Then I joined as a pharmacist, and slowly I moved to my goals. And every day I start to think about it and what needs to be done to become a medical rep. Exam, and I prepared for speaking skills. Then every day I started to do. Every day if I started to do, it's become a habit for me. Then now I become a medical rep. I reached my goals. So whatever you goal you set, so you need to prepare every day. It will not happen in a single day. So set your goals and reach your higher aims. And over to Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh.
Thank you.
The next topic is life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. I repeat, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. To speak on this, I request Toastmaster Chandramouli. Toastmaster Chandramouli.
You are muted, sir. Please
Yes,
unmute.
okay. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Yeah. Double topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, if any. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. What a wonderful quote. I remember in my life, number of times I fallen in my school days, in my working time, but I never quit from that. Constantly, I was recognizing my problem and I was just moving further. Similarly, in life, everyone it's part of life. No human being can say, I had a very comfortable life at the age of, till the age of retirement or any stage. People would have gone through number of ways, some problem or other, either in financial side or health wise or in many ways. The problems are, we can't expect today we will be everything all right. Even the good people, very hale and healthy, very strong, suddenly we get a news, he is no more. So it's all something is destined to happen, but it doesn't mean that we have to stop taking care of ourselves. We should always make sure that we have to enjoy also. Then only you can balance and move on. Otherwise, we keep on attaining some success and you just, okay, I have enjoyed. This is my top of the thing. I can do anything now. You can't do that. You have to, as you move on, as the life goes, as you enjoy also, whatever you do. This is what I strongly believe. And I urge all of you to enjoy the life and keep moving. Over to you, Double Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandramouli. Moving on. The next quote is, the youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. I repeat, the youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. Speak on this. Let me invite DTM Jinachandran.
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters. The youth need to be enabled to become job generators than job seekers. What a wonderful quote. Imagine if everybody is only interested in working. What will happen? The biggest problem the world is facing is unemployment. Whereas if everyone is, if not everyone, at least certain portion of the whole people who are seeking for the job, try to generate job, what happens? All others will also get employed and the problem will be eradicated fully. So how do we do that? The thinking is the only issue. We heard a living example who has delivered his ice-breaking speech here. He took the courage and challenge, faced the challenge, and opened a startup of his own. Failed a couple of times, but he did not leave there. He did not quit. He knew that he is a job enabler. He is a job provider. Today, as we speak, I think he has almost brought 92 people in Oman, and today he has got certain number of people he has given jobs. How it has happened? In spite of failing many times. We all can start. The first step is the only problem. If you have the courage to take that first step of creating job for others, starting something for your own, and making others also be part of that organization, you will be an enabler. You will be a supporter. You will be an employment provider. You are touching the lives of many, not just one person who is getting employed. You're touching the lives of many families. So friends, if you have that bit of entrepreneurship lying deep inside your heart, just take it out and go for it. Miss Madam Table Talking. Wow.
Thank you, DTM Jinachandran. Timer, can we take one more?
Already 46 minutes we have completed as per our schedule. Sorry, 16. 16 minutes. 15 minutes schedule. 15
Okay.
minutes we can close this.
Okay, thank you so much, dear Toastmasters. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, table topic master, Master Mohan, for conducting table topic segment so well and using some very wonderful quotes With this, I think it's time to move on to our evaluation segment. And to conduct our evaluation segment, we have our DTM Pradeep, who is the general evaluator for this evening. Toastmaster of the day for the Toastmasters. Today, I call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Ramalika Vangala, to give the evaluation report of the speech, ice-breaking speech delivered by Toastmaster Mithilesh. Over to Toastmaster Ramalika.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What a wonderful speech. What a wonderful speech given by Toastmaster Mithilesh. Please give him a big round of applause. My speaker, Toastmaster Mithilesh Kumar, he has delivered his speech courageously and with a lots of enthusiasm. He opened his speech with lots of quotes. Some of them are: life is full of challenges, health is wealth, time is valuable. What a wonderful quotes he has quoted during his opening speech. Some of his from the speech we can understand that he is basically an electrical engineer. He is from Bihar and he has completed his masters in the year of 1992. At the age of 52, he is still trying to enhance his best. He is trying to improve his best. He is trying to learn new things at the age of retirement. So according to him, I believe that there is no age for the retirement. There is a scope for learning new things. He told us about two turning points in his life in the year 1996 and also in the year 2019. The business what he has started and how he is stuck in that business and how he overcome out of that business. I could remember a story, Muhammad Ghazni, who lost in battle for 17 times, but he was keep trying, and finally he got the victory. So from him, I could remember Muhammad Ghazni's story. What I love the most in his speech is the opening, the style, the way he came to the dais without any hesitation as a ice-breaking speech. I think he is not a first-time speaker. He has delivered the speeches more in the past. He has delivered his speech beautifully. He has crafted his speech very well. He explained the importance of planning in the life, the importance of family. The best part from his speech is the confidence level he has. And he also shown proper eye contact. He engaged audience properly. The improvement, what I would suggest is a very minor thing. He has he should have explained little more about his family background, and the conclusion was he could have explained the conclusion in a proper way. That is only one thing. Overall, his speech is excellent and he will definitely become a good speaker in future. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramalingam, for the wonderful evaluation. Definitely our speaker would have noted the points and the areas for improvement suggested by Toastmaster Ramalingam. Now we move on to the report of the role player, other role players. First, I welcome the word master grammarian, Toastmaster Hari Krishnan.
Thank you, Jay. Today's word of the day, endearment, was used very few times, only 7 times. TMOD has used, Toastmaster of the day has used 3 times, our founder has used once. Speaker has used twice, and general evaluator has used 1. In the entire session, there were a lot of good usage of English. What I like the most I have written, as is the practice, kickstarting, thought has given a spark, self-reflection, be the change you wish to be, wish to see in the world. Fail means first attempt in learning, destined to happen. These are all good words to hear, good usage to hear. And there are a couple of grammatical mistakes, time allot instead of time allotted by one of the speakers. Very all the best, maybe slip of tongue instead of all the very best. In the limited resource, instead of within the limited resources. Everybody have instead of everybody has. I doesn't know instead of I don't know. In the year of instead of in the year. These were a couple of grammatical mistakes which I have noted. Back to general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harivishkar, for that wonderful report on the usage of the word and how we fare on the language today. And there's something important that we missed out. Any guess? What is it? It's voting for the best table topic speaker. So those who are online, kindly send their best speaker, who's the best speaker to Toastmaster Varghese. Since our counter's voting is not yet over, we'll wait till he casts his vote. Yeah. Now, I welcome Toastmaster Rajesh, who was very busy behind the camera, and I don't know to what extent how it was challenging controlling the Zoom, and he has taken up the role of art counter also. Welcome Toastmaster Rajesh to give the report of the art counter.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Dear fellow members, today I'd like to thank each and everyone for this enjoyment session. See, actually, I was, even though I'm managing these webs and the videos, but I could able to check in detail. And the thing is, each and every Toastmasters, even the new Toastmasters, improved a lot, and there is very less repetition or I think today's session was very cool because I think leaders, the courts, and a lot of positive atmosphere here, and everyone was very calm and very less repeated or count. I'll read. There are a few improvement required. First of all, I'm repeating because nobody is preparing. So maybe I can say a few asks from my side, 4 or 5. And Toastmaster Varghese, flawless. And KTM Pradeep, Toastmaster Satish, and Toastmaster Hari Krishnan, Toastmaster Nanan Thomas, and Toastmaster Asha Mohan, Toastmaster Sriraman, DTM Sriraman, sir, and Toastmaster Jay Krishnan, Toastmaster Chandramouli, and DTM Chinachandran. Let's have a big round of applause. Toastmaster of the day was here for a long time, so there are few repeated words and 2 so and 1 and Toastmaster Mithilesh 1 so, and Toastmaster Suresh 1 repeated words. Apart from this, all was very good actually, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh. Definitely, it was a hectic job for you, controlling the Zoom and taking up the role of our counter. Now, let's see how we got the time. Please welcome our timekeeper, Toastmaster Satish.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, our session started slightly delayed by 5 minutes due to technical glitches. So 7:35 we started instead of 7:30. 5 minutes delay occurred. Then introduction of a role player. 5 minutes we have taken more time. So total up to introduction section 10 minutes our session got delayed. Then prepare the speech segment, there is no delay. And also our speaker today ice-breaking section, he made 5 minutes 59 seconds. So there is no delay in project speech session. And snacks break also, there is no delay. 15 minutes we have planned as per our schedule and 15 minutes exactly we consume. Then evaluation session also, as of now there is no delay, only the initial delay 10 minutes carried over till now. So as of now, by 9:03, I have to conclude my report, but we are concluding by 9:15. Thank you.
Thanks, Toastmaster Satish, for the summary of how we use the time during the session. Now it's time for the general evaluators group. Even though we were late by a few minutes, 5 minutes, us in charge of the acting surgeon kick-started the session very energetically. He welcomed the acting president, Toastmaster Varghese. Toastmaster Varghese came up with a wonderful message that you need to condition our mind to improve. And he shared two beautiful stories to emphasize the point what he was going to communicate. Then he welcomed our Toastmaster, the Toastmaster Gaurav, came up with a wonderful theme, which is quote unquote. He also explained how the quotes which of Mahatma Gandhi, which inspired him during his younger days, motivated him or encouraged him to take such a theme. And he also shared some few of the wonderful quotes of great personalities, which were all encouraging and entertaining. As speakers, we all know, we always use a quote so as to make our point, emphasize our point more clearly to the audience. And he also said that that also improves and the confidence level in the speaker. Definitely it is a wonderful theme which he has selected, and the amount of research and the time that he has spent on this is really great. Kudos to Toastmaster Gaurav for taking up this role and doing a very wonderful session over there. He invited all the role players. All the role players explained their role very well, and you have also seen the reports that were presented by them right now over here. Then we have our speaker, Toastmaster Mithilesh. Toastmaster Mithilesh speech also, we know it was his ice-breaking speech. We came to know once more about Toastmaster Mithilesh. Just a small suggestion which I would like to say that, see, we are here, we learn by doing some mistakes over this platform. This platform, we all come here to learn by making mistakes. We do make mistakes in the process. So there's nothing wrong or don't sorry or anything that you've done something or what is that. You need not be apologize on it. So your speech was really good. If you had just cut short on the initial that introduction or the time which you took, could have incorporated more points so that people would have come to know about you more better. And his speech was very well evaluated by our Toastmaster Toastmaster Ramalingam, and this is his first evaluation which he is doing as an evaluator. Definitely, we never felt that he's doing this role with the very first time. We had a first time speaker and a first time. And we have a round of applause to all the role players and the Toastmaster. Next, we had the humor, which Toastmaster Nainan taught us. Definitely, on an online platform, being online is very difficult to communicate humor, but I felt that he did it very well, and there were in occasions where we over here, sitting over here, felt the humor in his presentation and his speech. Wonderful humor session, Toastmaster Nainan Gaurav. How can we forget the snacks, which was again sponsored by our timer and come snack master, Toastmaster Satish. Then we had the table topic segment, which was handled by Toastmaster Asha. The topics which we selected were all very good and encouraging topics. Why I said the encouraging topic is that all the speakers, those who came over here, were able to speak in line with the topic. And the most beautiful thing was that each and every topic touched about different aspects of our life or our surroundings. I hope I've touched upon all the main role players. Definitely, what are the highlights of today's session? I find two. One, Toastmaster Mithilesh, we all know. He had given an ice-breaking speech earlier. We always give a speech and we feel that we could have done it better. I could have done it after giving a speech. You go and sit and you'll see. You always have that feeling. But it takes immense courage and gut within yourself to stand up and say, I didn't perform better earlier. Now I need to perform it better. And I want to repeat it or do it once more. Definitely it requires a round of applause. Just since you are new and there are few new members over here, the why is this time factor which we have in Toastmasters? There's nothing, it's a disqualification or you just mentioned internally, but it is because you have to have a limited time for you to communicate that helps you to prepare your speeches better, because the retention time, the concentration time of the audience is very less. So that is the reason why each and every segment in Toastmaster is being timed for a particular segment. That is the reason for the timing. And then of course, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Gaurav, we all have seen how physically when he was with the crutches. And definitely, if it was from me, I would have definitely told the VP Education, sorry, I am not physically fit. I am unable to take up this role. But from the VP Education, I understood that he was very adamant. He said that he will take up this role. And he came here, even I and the VP Education also told him, since you need not put too much pressure, you can do it online also. So he said, no, if I want to do full justice to the role that I have taken, I have to be over here physically present. So kudos to him. Okay, because it was this wife who dropped him over here at 7. So definitely the members of the family also who are supporting definitely. One of the areas for improvement definitely. As an experiment, we tried to float the role players list in the group. Initially, the response was good, but of late it has become very difficult to find role players. So personally, I feel we just go back to the old one, and at times we have this where you give an option to the members to select a role which they wish to take. So that we come up with the role players, at least there will be dropouts, definitely. What we schedule will not ever happen. There will be dropouts, and we can fill it up at that time. That is one suggestion which I have. Overall, it was a wonderful session, excellent session. So the kudos goes to
Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. With this, I have some closing comments and I have 4 or 5 slides to share. My closing comments are also coming from a quote, but these are much simpler and they are more to life. One of the quote is from John D. Rockefeller. He said, if your only goal is to become rich, you will never achieve it. And second quote is on the importance of slowing down. Okay, I just wanted to also raise this up. These are quotes, not quotes. These are something very well spoken by a very accomplished commentator, Harsha Bhogira. This is what he told when a player dropped a very simple catch. Say, I tell you what, these are the most difficult catches to drop because people pick them up and they are criticized very much. This is from Harsha Bhogira. The second one from Harsha Bhogira is written down. This is someone asked him, how's Narendra Hidwani as a number 11 batsman? So this is said, if you make a team with all the number 11, the 4 teams, Hidwani will still come at number 11 in life. It's Harsha Bhogira. It's Harsha Bhogira. He's the only man who can say the man next sitting to the wall. His presence of mind is so beautiful, so accomplished speaker and commentator. So Chris Gale, 6 and 4 seem to be having on fire. And this is partly political. I didn't want it to, but he didn't used to smile, but he smiled very rarely in this empire. Said the last time he smiled, there was peace in this nation. And then there's the last one. The moment you put a deadline on a dream, that's it. On quote unquote. Thank you so much. We need to vote for the best role player. Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for conducting a fantastic session. And I thank our general evaluator, DTM Pradeep, because he thanked everyone. So let us put our hands together to thank our general evaluator, DTM Pradeep.
I tell you, word master, general evaluator,
Humorous master.
Anybody have anything favorite topic
Master.
Just to refresh the memory.
Online members, you can send to me or to Mr. Rajesh for the
Very close. Election
as we received the comments.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
Rajesh. As we received the comments,
See, while we vote, you must sort your vote.
You call.
As we received the comments from the members, for next week onwards, I will be posting by Friday the role players list till end of June. So like 45 days.
Remaining part of the year.
Remaining part of the year I will share. So please, I will be using the names who are coming regularly in the meetings.
No, then others comment only.
Okay. Then I will use
People who have difficulty in taking up speaking about, they can introduce this human role, art master and all.
Okay.
So they will
be happy.
Okay. Okay, I will take that suggestion. Okay, so I will share that. For next week, 2 rounds this week.
Art master, human master.
Round robins will be, yes.
Yeah.
For next week, yes, sir.
Preparation of speech takes a lot of time to find it.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I take that point.
I request the executive committee to assist the vice president education and
Okay, so for next week, two notes already been taken.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. Table topic master and snack master is our district toastmaster, Jayachandran Nambiar.
Oh.
So only other roles are available to take up. So if anybody wants, please message me as quickly as possible. So. Okay, let me do the closing ceremony. The best speaker award, let me call Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Gaurav Sood to give the awards.
Give away the awards.
To give away the awards. Give away the awards. Best speaker, Toastmaster Mithilesh Kumar.
Then you take it in your seat, sir. In respect to the group. Last,
And best evaluator, Toastmaster Ramalingam Mekal.
goes to Ramalingam. Toastmaster Ramalingam. अभी देख रहा हूँ आगे आ गया.
And the best table topics award goes to TMOD Janachandran Nambiar.
The mini job, please.
that vote was for you.
I'll give you. I'll give you. I'll give you a gift from Bhavan.
And the best role player award goes to TM Pradeep R. Thank you very much. We have a few. Last week we had the debate session and we couldn't give the certificate for as a judge DTM Navneet Krishnan. So we have the order round. And Toastmaster Anil Kumar. And DTM Pradeep has helped us as a timer.
And that's all. The moderator.
That we give last week.
These were the last minute entry.
Okay, they did not prepare.
Yeah.
Because somebody dropped out. Because somebody last minute. Yeah.
By then, we close the session. Thank you, and we'll have that group photo.
Oh, with the professor.
So
We finished on time.
We finished our time. Timer. Well done. All of you online. Hey.
Rub shoulders in future campaigns.
Come. Yeah. Come join. Get it.
Yeah.
Okay, come.
That one you can make it.
Gallery.
Synthetics.
Bravo. Kota.
JK Cements.
JK was playing. JK Raja was playing.
Ready?
Smile. NASA. Smile. More. You come now here.
Okay.
No, wait.
Another photo in translation. One super great page.
Breathing.
Yes.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Thank
you.
Now we can keep it.
Thank you.
So here's something you have to refer this to. That will be video. And you can fill out the place. What about the family? Okay, online members, bye bye. Good night to everybody.
Good night, all of you. Good night.
Good night all. Good night all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nayanan,
Good night. Thank you, sir.
Chandramoli, Suresh.
Thank you. Thank you.
So much thanks for being there.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Toastmaster.
Pleasure. Take care.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
That's it. Thank you, sir. They again got back to the previous everything. That